This just might be the easiest thing that I have ever built in this shop. Just one 2x6x10, a few screws, and a pocket hole jig. That's all you need. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut 6 pieces at 16 inches long. Then we're going to move my little stop block over and cut the last piece at 20 inches. I want a 45-degree angle dog ear on each corner of each of the 16-inch pieces. So what I do is I measure down an inch and a half, then I measure over an inch and a half on each side. I'll draw out my lines, and then when I cut, just match it up, and it'll be perfect. The dust shroud for this miter saw is not ideal, but I do have an idea to make it better. Be coming up on a future video. Now I'm going to set the miter saw to 45 degrees, set up my cut, set up my stop block, and just batch these 6 pieces out. So while you watch me set up my K5, take this time to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell, or hit the like button, or leave me a comment and tell me I'm fat. Do something. So these are going to step back from 1 to 2 to 3. So the best way to put the 3 and the 2 together is with pocket screws. You don't have to have these face clamps, but they certainly do make your life easier. A little zip zip of the impact is all it takes. So we make 3 pieces, then we make 2 pieces, and then we're going to put them together. So a 2x6 is 5.5 inches wide. So we're losing 1 as we go up. So we're going to measure in at 2 5/8 of an inch from either side, and then we know where to put the next layer. So a little tip, on the second layer, measure from both sides. That way you can hide your screws with the top layer. Just cleans it up a little bit, makes it a little neater. I know it's not necessary with this for what it is, but I countersink all of my screws. It just makes things look a little nicer. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll understand that I overdo everything when it comes to everything. This little project, I'm ending up with 13 2.5-inch deck screws and 9 pocket screws. Yeah, it's a sickness. The top piece will be the same thing. We've already got it laid out. Just sit it down there, pre-drill, screw it in. I just want to say thank you guys to everyone who has stuck around for this long. I really do appreciate it. This is a lot of fun, and when you guys watch these videos, it just makes it even more fun. And if you guys are thinking about starting something, either woodworking or a channel or whatever, just go for it. It's a lot of work, but it is really a lot of fun also. Now just flip it over, grab your stem, line it up, pre-drill, and screw it on. And yes, I did use 5 screws to attach that stem. I told you I overdo stuff. And now you have a pumpkin that needs to be painted.
Okay, today I'm painting pumpkins for my husband's project. And what I'm doing here is painting. I painted one the cream color and this one is the orange one. I'm not a professional painter, so he had to help me some. There in the background, I'm making the ribbons to go onto the pumpkins. Now I am making the ribbons. I watched a YouTube video, but really did it kind of wrong, but it turned out pretty. There I am, seeing how big I need the ribbon. Oh, and the hot glue. Word of to the wise, hot glue's hot. So, make sure you don't touch it. Unlike me, I burnt my hands several times. Now I'm cutting the ribbon because you got to have a smaller ribbon to go around the middle part to make the ribbon look right. And I'm hot gluing it. There you just put the two strips you made together. And then you hot glue the top part to make sure that it sticks. You take your ribbon and you put it around as tight as you can and hot glue it. Now I'm finished and I'm looking at the product or the finished ribbon. So now I'm doing the second pumpkin and I'm judging it and asking him if it looks good. He did. He said it looked great. He said I'm great. So he's a wise man. Now I'm gluing it again and then getting the two long pieces. You just cut those out and glue them to the back. And now I'm placing it with the hot glue onto the pumpkin stem. And I just hot glued it to that. And I thought my dogs might get it and tear it up, but they're still intact. And then after that, you just find where you want to put them. And there they are. Beautiful.
So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out one of these other videos or check out our website at cornercreekwoodworking.com.